Hi, I'm Christian Guzman, and I approve of the Board Shorts and Banter podcast.
But boys, how are we?
Very well, thank you. Yeah,
I'm good. I'm loving life at the minute. I've gained a bit of weight this week, but it's all from one meal.
To be fair, you need a beard back, mate. It's like, yeah.
Right, well, boys. Anyway, people, welcome to the Board Shorts and Banter podcast. We have a very, very special guest in the form of Mr. Jack Eagles. So I'm sure people have probably heard of him, aka the UK's. Is it the UK's youngest IFBB pro now, isn't it?
I think I can claim Europe, but UK to be
No, you can't.
If you say that, what's his name? Anton's Ukrainian. He's a USA citizen because he turned pro national, so he's got to be.
Mate, I'm pretty sure, your second youngest European.
He's a Yank, mate. He's a Yank. He's not European. He's a Yank, 100%.
He's not even from planet Earth by the looks of him. But in all fairness, Jack, I think you would have him, mate. I think you'd do him.
I've made the comparisons. I do it easy, not easy.
Yeah.
He shakes me from the back. To be fair to him, but it's just like when he's my age, he'll kill me. But right now, he's just not got the legs. I don't think to.
When he's my age, Jack, just for reference, just tell members of the listeners that don't know your age how old you are.
I'm a mighty 21 years old.
That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I remember the first time that I ever saw you and I thought, oh, look at that cute boy. And then a year later, you aged 13 years at least.
Yeah. Blood work-wise, I'm nearing 50 now. I'm coming to retirement, but yeah.
Dreamy. I'm sure we'll get onto that later. For those that don't know, Jack isn't natural. And he doesn't wear board shorts either. So I'm not entirely sure why he's on the podcast. But you do provide all the banter.
Debatable. I have to get YouTube.
Yeah. So, Mr. Eagles, Mr. IFBB Pro, you've achieved something that not many people have achieved, and I'm not talking about the pro card. I'm talking about body of the year.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
Is that when that creepy guy were taking pictures of you in the gym?
Jeff is lovely. Yeah, it was. That was back in September, wasn't it?
That's wild. That is absolutely wild. Congratulations.
I'm up there with your best mate, Ryan Terry. He wears board shorts. You need to get him on, mate.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure what his banter's like, though.
That's Fit Media Channel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are huge.
They are weird.
Not as big as Jag.
No.
Debatable. You can go see my chest workout on there. That isn't actually my chest workout.
I was going to say, I've never seen you do that chest workout before, and I've watched you train many times.
I was like, I've never done this once in my life. He's like, just do it this time. I was like, all right, yeah, sure.
What? So you had to do a chest workout that they like program for you?
No, yeah, basically, yeah. But he was like, right, I just want to follow you around and do your chest workout. I was like, right, sound. I'd get on the fly, I'd do like 2 sets, be like, right, you carried on. I was like, no, that's it. He's like, well, I've not got enough footage. I was like, I only do 2 sets.
That were really funny. Kept hearing little snippets of you and him talking, and you was like, yeah, I don't really do that. I'm just a bodybuilder, me. I don't really do all that kind of stuff. Very funny.
It then got to the end of it as well, and he was like, right, so can I shoot you again in a few months? I was like, you can do, but I will be 240 pounds and fat. He's like, can you not just stay in shape? I was like, no, absolutely not.
Fuck that, mate. Have you seen these Ukrainian kids coming through? I need to get massive.
It's just going to have to be like a... Do you know what? They should start like a grizzly section on their website or whatever it is, right? And it's just you in like peak off season.
Fat and hairy eagles.
Like, hairy everywhere.
Bear of the year, Mr. Jack.
Mate,
Mr. Jack Eagles.
There's a market for that, mate. Some of my DMs I get, there's a market.
Mate, is it bad?
Some of them are pretty weird, yeah.
My DMs today, from you sharing my story, I had people asking me to ask you questions that are very, very specific.
Ooh.
The one that stood out, and it wasn't even in the questions box, it was a DM. What is the difference between Jack's penis pre-steroids and post?
Was this Danny asking this? Out of interest.
Nope. This is mate. This guy followed me. I'm gonna find
person. I'd say it's probably equally as disappointing after. I sort of did look to go to the assisted route to sort of develop that region specifically. But it turns out steroids can't do that for you.
No,
Mate, I'm sorry, but your dick definitely gets bigger on steroids.
You sure? Tobias Garcia 56. Thank you for your question, mate.
Tobias, mate, just ask me directly next time. I'd love to talk about my penis.
But Jack, anyway, you got your pro card first attempt as well, didn't you?
No. This year,
oh my god, you're useless, Tom.
Tom, fake fan, mate. Fake fan.
This year,
this year.
Yeah. It was one and done this year.
Yeah, I mean that's still pretty nuts. Wow, that is insane.
Yeah, I was pretty happy. Yeah, I'm glad because like Spain as a whole, that whole like trip cost me $5,000, so I don't think I could have afforded to try again.
You and Josh are in the same boat. You boys just like absolutely splurge on prep, mate. That's ridiculous.
This is the game, mate. This is sod your ring that you got or your pro card. It's all about how much have you spent making YouTube videos that aren't going to make you any money in return. That's
yeah.
Sam's just charging too much. That boy just needs to lower his prices. Clearly,
agreed. Yeah.
Mate, as if you spent $5,000 going to Alicante. I think you're the only person to spend more than £500 going to Alicante.
Mate, it's the worst bit was I turned pro. Literally, just beginning my pro on stage. The minute I get down the stairs to the side of the stage, Emilio, who's like the promoter of all the Spanish shows, is just there with his phone and a contract, being like, "Oh, sign up so you can do the pro show tomorrow." And I was like, I knew Wesley Vizzers and like people like that were doing it. I knew I didn't stand a chance. So I was like, I think I'm all right. And then Tom's there, my coach, and he's like, "Oh, just go on, do it." So I start filling this thing out, and he's like, "Right, you just need to bank transfer me." What, eh? He's like, "Yeah, it's £300 for the pro card, another like £150 for tan. If you want photos as well, we'll just bang that on there." So I got off stage after turning pro, just instantly lost another £500. I was like,
"Oh,
that's so fucked, mate."
It's bad, and that pro card runs out at the end of this year, so I've just got to pay £300 again for next year.
Mate, it's ridiculous. Honestly, everyone that's listening, just stay an amateur in anything that you do. Just stay amateur, because as soon as you get some kind of pro status, it just costs a fortune.
WNBF is mad expensive as well, isn't it?
Yeah. And I had to pay for 2 WNBF pro cards this year because it expired before I even got on stage. So, yeah, it was just a joke. Good times, though. Worth it. Hey, I made my money back from the WNBF, though. So, it's all good.
Yeah, I just nearly lost my pro card after paying for it, so...
Do you want to talk about that?
I do, yeah. No. I mean, I've touched. I'm not asked about it. Obviously, when you turn pro, you're then contracted to the IFBB. The IFBB are quite strict on their rules. I think it's weird. The UK side of the IFBB, the promoters, who we won't go into, not the biggest fans of me. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. I was going to say, stop talking, Jake.
So I think, obviously, I'm a coach. Surprise. So I had clients doing other federations, which is completely allowed within the contract, just to be clear. And I posted a photo of one of my clients who did very well at a show, and it had the medal of a different federation in that photo. The UK promoters passed that on to the American side of the IFBB, saying, well, this absolute pesky boy is promoting and endorsing a different federation. Tell him off. And so I got a nice big email from the American IFBB saying, explain yourself. Of which I went like full Karen. Like I'm talking like Tom's mum is a lawyer, my coach's mum. So full like contracted, written out, everything, sent it over to them. This was like a big email. And this is like the Monday before the Olympia. To which they literally put one line back saying, "Oh, right, sorry, we just don't endorse it." Like, didn't get in any trouble for it because I think they opened the email, saw it so long, and then just couldn't be asked.
Yeah. Yeah, mate, you did full Karen. I read that. I didn't read the email. I saw how long it was, and it was multiple scrolls. I thought it were you for a second until you said it was.
I've not got that in the locker, mate.
No.
I'm a meathead.
So
you don't know that many words.
When did that actually happen then?
It was after the finals of Britain for a specific show, British finals.
Right.
It was like a couple of weeks after that.
It may have been PCA. My memory's blurred.
I don't know what it is, mate. Sorry. All I know is IFBB.
I think that's ridiculous, though, man. That's like the pettiest shit I've ever heard.
Well, it is petty because there's a lot of other pros within the UK who I know promote their clients, take pictures at other shows, and don't get in trouble. It's purely because the UK guys don't really like me. So I gave them a chance to get me, and they got me. So I put a target on my back. So it's my own fault. But
The thing is, though, mate, like, there's fuck all money in bodybuilding. So it's like, how do they expect you to like make a living? And obviously, like, posting that shit is a part of your business and making money. So like, if they want you to excel as a competitor and bring the best version of you as a competitor to represent the IFBB, have an successful business is a part of that, and promoting your clients and their results is a part of that. It's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Mind blowing, isn't it? Mind blowing. But at least it's all sorted. Hey, Jake.
It is, yeah. Won't be made. I will probably make that mistake again, but it's fine.
Yes.
I've got the
yes.
email I can copy and paste back to them now, so all good.
Right. Anyone that's listening, in the comment section on YouTube, guess how many years Jack is going to hold his pro card for before the IFBB take it off him again. The winner will get a £50 all-in bodybuilding gift card.
Oh, yeah, you guys are sponsored.
You are.
The winner will receive the winner will receive Jack's pro card when he loses it.
Oh man! So how's things been post prep? How many weeks post prep are you, Jack?
Finished prep mid-September. It's now mid-December, so what's that? 3, I think.
3 months.
12 weeks. Yeah, sound. I like relaxed a fair bit post prep for once, to be fair, because the last 4 years I've just prepped every single year. And then this year is the first year where I've got like a bit of time off because I need to gain 20 pounds of stage weight, which is going to take some time. So having turned pro and that been like quite a big weight off my shoulders, I actually did like become a shit bodybuilder for a bit, which was nice.
Mate,
back to it now.
From where I've been sat, it's been nice to see, you know, like the occasional Guinness and beer slipping into things. It's very, very relatable content for me, and it makes me feel less shit.
Yeah, I was going to say, you do love a pint, don't you?
I love a pint.
When's the pint shit coming for the podcast?
I don't drink, and I like try and do everything on point, and I'm still shit, mate. So how does that work?
You're going wrong.
You two are 90% bodybuilders. I'm 99% bodybuilders, and you're still fucking better than me.
More pints, mate.
More pints.
Well,
the more pints protocol. Everyone listening, put down your protein shakes. Whip out the pints.
I love it, but that's mental though. That you competed do you say you competed every single year for the past 4 years, and you still managed to make pretty significant improvements in between, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. Apart from last year where I just looked horrendous, but that's just because we over dieted. But yeah, because I've done, I think 15 shows on the dot now. So I'm young, but I've done quite a bit.
Jack, what's your record in them 15 shows?
I wouldn't actually know, to be fair.
Come on.
UK DFBA overall was the first ever show. That's the only one you guys will care about.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
So
Novice Championships 2020?
2020. So peaked in 2020, and then it's just literally gone downhill from there.
Yeah.
But no, I've done America twice with a different federation who I can't talk about.
NFM UK/GBO. I'm going to guess, maybe.
Lucky guess. Yeah, I've done that twice. I've done pro qualifiers in Denmark and Italy as well, before Spain. But those were past years and like men's physique and stuff. Men's bikini. I can't say that on here, can I, actually? That's quite rude.
I'm offended.
Honestly, the disrespect.
I think I've done more men's physique shows than I have classic, actually. So I identify as men's physique still.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Would you ever do a men's physique show now for the shits and giggles of it?
Well, the thing is, I can only compete in pro shows now, so probably not. But like the thing with men's physique is my front shot, I still think's not that bad. Like, I still think it would hold its own on stage, absolutely fine. My back shot, however, is like bottom call out of UK DFBA still. I'll take you from the back.
Yeah, Tom's got you from the back, to be fair.
Mate, 100% he does. Like, 100% he does. Like, and that's the thing with men's physique as well. That's what made me switch mainly, was it's 2 poses. So, like, yeah, I may do all right in one, but the other one I'm always last call out, like, without a doubt. But then if you look at classic, there's, 8 or 9 poses. I could win 6, lose the back shots, and I'll still be all right. So.
Yeah. That's it, isn't it? Like
That's true.
your front is so good, especially in classic, that you can afford to have, a really shit back like you've got.
Yeah, nice. Back double's better, still not good. But the back relax is hopeless. Like it's just there's nothing to it.
Yeah,
Who wins from the back though? You or Reese?
That's like asking who's got more. No, I can't say that. Before I get myself cancelled. Obviously me. Like, don't disrespect me like that. Reese is a strong man now. I've decided.
Mate, powerlifter.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic
He can't be a
powerlifter.
powerlifter. His form's too shit. He's got to be a fat, strong man.
Eddie Hall.
That's it, yeah.
Eddie Hall, watch your back, boy. What else? What else could we discuss? I think you're like, of everyone in the UK, right? Current pros, just turned pro, whatever. I think you have got the most potential of anyone. Like, the fact that you live 10 minutes away from me and we train at the same gym most of the time, it's very, very, very exciting to see where you're going to go. Do you feel like you've got that level of potential? Like, I see it, everyone else sees it. Does Jack Eagle see it?
There's hard to answer without sounding like a bit of an arrogant.
No, you couldn't, mate. You could never sound like a dick. You work way too hard to sound like a dick.
Yeah, but no, like potential is just potential, isn't it? It's what you make of it. It's very much a case of I'm not thinking, I'm going to win the Olympia. That's not even a thought process. It's just like, okay, it was just I need to turn pro, did that, and now it's okay, I need to put on muscle to even be remotely competitive on a pro stage, and that's all it is. That's all the next bit is. And then when you get there, then you may think about, right, now I need to win a pro show, and then you win a pro show, then you're 50th at the Olympia, and then it's like, right, now I need to work on that. Like, it's a long way to go. But I've got a lot of time, so we'll see.
You have got a lot of time, but
what would you say? What do you love more? Do you love competing more? Or is it just like the passion for training, which then almost like the competing is like a byproduct of that? It's like, do you train because it's like, I want to do well in a competitive aspect? Or is it like, I compete just because I absolutely love training and I've got the bit, now got like the potential and the opportunity to do well in competing essentially?
I think initially, like the whole thing with bodybuilding, I enjoy the process more than being on stage. I never used to. This year, a little bit more, I enjoyed it a bit more. But years prior, I've not enjoyed being on stage. I'm like, it's just a bit naff to me. I don't know. But I just enjoyed like the structure and routine. I was just doing the same thing day in, day out, and like having that like target. It's like being in prep. I love it just because you can block everything else out and nothing else matters. And it's just like, you know what you're doing. Every day you're getting up at this time, doing this, and then that's it. So yeah, that's a bit of both. Now it's changed a bit more as to like, right, now I know that you've got like Anton or whatever training, like, okay, I should probably train harder or whatever. But in terms of food and just general structure, I just do that because I enjoy it anyway. Even if I wasn't getting on stage, I'd still do that.
Yeah.
Which I think is the same for most people, to be fair, to do it. I think if you're doing it just to get on stage, you're probably going to be a bit hopeless.
Yeah, 100%.
So.
I put a questions box up to ask our beloved followers if they had any questions from me for me to put to you. Yeah. Besides penis ones or feet or hands, it leaves us with about 4 left.
4 questions.
Let's get them all in there, man. I'm all for the feet ones. The feet ones, yeah, like they're good to go.
What size shoe is Jack?
I'm a 10.
10, UK 10 or US 10?
10. So anyone who wants to send me some Jordans, I'm a UK 10. DM me, I'll send you my address. Just feel free.
How often does Jack change his socks?
Ooh, depends on the month, I think.
Christmas.
If I'm answering this seriously, right? If we're going in prep, probably a good 3 times a day. So you get up to do cardio, change socks after that.
I was about to say.
Then you go train. So, but in the off season, it's just 1 pair a day, sadly.
Yeah.
But in practice, he did like 3.
Jack's income from selling socks has dropped off the face of the earth since prep.
Yeah.
Like
Nowhere near as sweaty.
3 a day, just banging them out on prep. Now it's like, now he told me this, he only changes his socks like once every 4 days. So
yeah, it's gone downhill, hasn't it?
Oh dear. Right. Recently on YouTube, you did 15,000 calories, and it was probably the most disgusting 15,000 calories that I've ever seen in my life. Meal 1 genuinely ruined my appetite, and I was like 5 days post show.
Yeah,
what on earth were you thinking? Crunchy nut, full box, and then how much honey?
I'm allergic to nuts.
With like honey as well.
Yeah, right. So the issue was during prep, I was doing. What was I doing? It was like on my high carb days, or even like actually carbon up for a show in Spain. That pro qualifier, my entire carb up, we did 1,400 grams of carbs one day out. All those carbs were literally just Frosties and honey. Like that was my entire carb up. I fucking loved it, right? And so then off the back of prep, like during prep, you get a bit obsessed with food. I planned out 15,000 calories and I thought this will be easy, right? We'll just do box of Frosties, 200 grams of honey. That's fine. I was doing like 40 grams of honey at the time. I thought I could easily do 200. That's no problem. So then I forced Finn to do the same, who did it with me. I was like, yeah, it'll be easy, mate. You'll be fine. Just get a big mixing bowl. Entire family box of Frosties go in. And then we didn't even do like full fat milk or anything. It was literally water and 3 scoops of whey protein over the cereal. And then just banged on. I did 100 grams of honey on the top, got halfway through the bowl, put another 100 grams on halfway through, and just ate it. But the issue was, because it was, you can imagine Frosties, it took me probably about 40 minutes to get through the bowl. When you get to the bottom, you need 40 minutes, the Frosties, the whey, and there was just like, all the honey just sank to the bottom. So that when I got to the bottom, there was just like a solid inch of just honey and whey and mushy Frosties that you actually had to
that is vile. That is vile.
And I still can't eat Frosties now. And that used to be my post-workout. So
what have you switched to?
What do you have now?
Shreddies at the minute. Shreddies at the minute.
Shreddies, nice. I have Shreddies.
Yeah,
I have Shreddies.
There you go.
Bodybuilder. The question that I was going to ask is, when's the 20k calorie challenge coming? And that is from Lewis Beecroft.
Probably after, I don't know if I probably will have to mini cut before I next compete. So either after the mini cut when I'm actually hungry, or after next prep, because there's no way I'm doing 20,000 in the off season. I think.
Really?
Really?
Do you not think that you could?
I could do 20k after a diet easily, like well, not easily, but comfortably.
I obviously watched your video and I was thinking, like, what could Jack have done differently to get to 20k? And if you actually started eating at like 3 a.m, woke up and had a meal at 6, and then continued as normal, you'd have done it.
Yeah, to be fair, potentially, because we also did. So the honey just was a bad idea. That wrote us off from meal 1, and then we didn't eat again until like 4 p.m. But we also did 2 pints about 10k, and that's what finished Finn off.
Yeah,
the 2 pints.
I didn't get that. I didn't get the bowling alley and the 2 pints.
we went bowling. We get there. We're like, we've got an offer on. You can have your 2 games. You get 2 free drinks. We're like, yeah, sound calories.
There's not enough calories in beer.
No, but to be fair though, like when you go on a night out and you get trashed, you probably should have drunk more alcohol, and then because you only go on a night out, like you want to eat after you've been on a night out, like maybe that would have had the same effect, mate. So you just didn't get fucked up enough. Like 2 pints is like just makes you feel a bit sick,
So that's the next time. So for the 20k, the day before, I'll just get battered all day, and then I'll just start eating from like 3 a.m. onwards.
I'll do that with you.
20,000 calories post warehouse project done. Easy.
I reckon you'd have a heart attack before you finish. You'd get like 12,000 in, just hit the deck.
35k steps in the warehouse project, no food the day before, and then 20k after. Easy, done.
Fucking hell. Unreal.
Josh, you need to come to the warehouse project, mate. You wouldn't relate, mate.
I've never been to that kind of rave. It's not my bag.
You're not into the drums and the basses, are you, mate?
No. Do you know what? It's too loud for me. I quite like an acoustic guitar.
Josh is 25 going on 60.
I'm 26.
Literally. Pint of Guinness, Mumford and Sons.
Mate, That's the dream. Mumford & Sons, Dermot Kennedy, back to back. Oof. Winning. I'm
Jack,
there.
when was the last time you went out?
Me, would have been Warehouse Project like Halloween.
Nice. Who'd you see?
Whoever was on stage, mate. I'm not. I can't remember.
Mate, I do the same. I never look at lineups. I'm just like, yeah, I'm going. I'm gonna have a good time. I know it's gonna be fun. I'm there.
Yeah. I can't remember. Like a couple of weeks before that, I went out in Birmingham, saw like Hybrid Minds and Dimensional. Them that was good.
Nice.
But yeah. See, I'm gonna drop myself in it here. You know, Josh, you may think I'm a big fan of you here, but I'm not. Okay, you've fallen off. I'm an original fan of. I'm going to make Tom feel really old here. So you know, Tom's good old friend Mo. I don't know if you're still friends with him. To be fair, I don't really keep up, but I used to be like 15, 16 down south where I grew up. Just me and my mates just used to watch Mo, and obviously Tom was featuring quite a lot of them. Don't know how old you were at the time because I was like 15, I reckon. You must have been like, were you like 19, 20, Tom?
Yeah. You're making me feel old now, mate. Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh,
But no, so
I'm just dried out now. I'm just do you know, like when you go to like a rave, right, and you see like a weird bald guy that's just like you can tell he just hasn't stopped raving since he was like 18. That's gonna be me.
Yeah, but
maybe I won't be bold. I don't think I'll be bold, but that would still be me. But wait, when was the last time you went out before after prep? How long it had been since you actually went out?
in terms of like an actual night out, I don't think I've ever really been on like a proper like night out clubbing. I've not really been clubbing ever.
Really?
I'll take you clubbing, son.
No, you won't.
It's because you've been so on it with your training since such a young age, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been like on I wouldn't say it's like a real night out. I've been out like in town a little bit, but it's just annoying because I'm shorter and big. I'm 5'8.5", 5'9". I passed for Spain, but really I'm 5'8.5". And then when you've got like a bicep and you're 5'8", everyone just wants to twat you for some reason.
Yeah.
And I'm not really going to do much. So I just, yeah. And then bouncers also they love you, but they just like, how much trend do you take? How much trend should I take? And then like they ask you how much you bet.
Do you tell them?
I say as much as you can afford, mate. Just get it in there.
Yeah.
Like,
fair enough.
More the better, mate. Honestly.
Do you think though now, mate? Like, do you think you'll start trying to enjoy yourself more as you progress? Do you think you're going to try and find a little bit more flexibility in there, or is it still just like gun ho, just like fully like locked in?
I think I've found what I'd say like balance is personal, isn't it? Like for what I need, I've found it already for like these past few weeks, past months really, since the show, during my health phase, I obviously relaxed a fair bit more. Now I'm sort of locking it down a bit more for the off season because I need to get better. But even in the off season, like you still go out here and there. I'm going out on New Year's and stuff, like it's not much of a problem. But then I think that's why I'm sort of doing it more now because I think I'm at the point in my career where I can afford to. When you then get better and you're going for Olympia qualification and stuff, you don't see something like out every week, do you? So
no,
unless I change the scene, and that's like my new secret, be like a Ziz that's actually good.
just avoid them saunas, bro. Don't go in them.
Yeah, steam rooms only, no saunas.
Mate, it's just I don't know. Like I feel like some people operate well if they're like on it all the time. Some people just do need that downtime. Like I know, like I can't be on it, every single day, every single week, all year round. Like I need some like downtime. I need to like blow off some steam. So I don't know. Like, I think like obviously you haven't really been out much, but like going forward, if you can find like a nice balance for yourself where you're still going out, you're still enjoying yourself. Like a lot of people think like in order to be like an IFBB pro, like you need to fucking be so on it all the time. But maybe like I don't know. Maybe break the mold a little bit. Like you don't need to. I don't know.
Jack, from my perspective here, I wouldn't want to be the first person to try and find balance whilst on the pursuit of being Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, I think it's very
go on
and genetic, isn't it? Really, I think with my genetics, I could probably get away with it a bit more. Like Chris Bumstead, for example. I'm not saying I've got the same genetics as Chris Bumstead. I obviously don't. But with Chris's genetics, if he wanted to, like you've seen, he takes 3 months off after the Olympia and still shits on everyone. So you obviously could do that, but I don't necessarily want to. I'm one of those people, as I think most people who end up turning pro and going that far within the sport are like, it gets annoying when you're off plan for more than like 2 days. Like it starts to just annoy you more. So although you're like relaxing, just not worrying about food, you then end up just worrying about the food more. So
yeah, would you say you'd struggle to like go on like holiday then, for instance?
Yeah and no. I've been on like a few holidays. When it's like an actual holiday and I'm abroad, I don't mind. I'm pretty good at just is what it is. You're going to lose a fair bit of weight and you can deal with it when you get back. But if I was going away for like 3 weeks, then I'd probably lose my head a bit. But like a week, I'll be fine.
I'm going away for 2 weeks at Christmas, and I'm not. You are?
You're done. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure the gym's any good.
Where are you going?
Top secret, mate. Top secret.
Everyone, give it the hotel, the room number.
Because just top secret, bro.
Mate, I've asked you like twice. Like, why is it top secret?
Just top secret. Just top secret.
Oh, fuck's sake.
No, it's not. I just like to keep the people guessing. But yeah, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be either fat or skinny as.
Yeah, I think I'd just lose weight whenever I went away. Because like, especially if you're going like to a city, like when I've been to Amsterdam, Budapest, or whatever, you just end up doing like 25, 30,000 steps a day and eat about a croissant in the morning and then like a meal at night, and then that's it.
I won't be doing that. I'll probably average about 2,000 steps a day and consume at least 8,000 calories, and the majority will be beer.
I was about to say that just from pints.
Yeah, pints galore, bro.
Yeah,
40 pints.
40
pints ish, 8,000 calories.
I reckon.
Is it?
I don't think you could do that. You'd probably end up paralytic.
Do you reckon?
Because you self-regulate from beer, don't you? Technically, you'd probably be pretty hard to give yourself alcohol poisoning from beer.
Well, I don't know.
Should we find out next YouTube video? Drinking beer till the end of the spill.
Got me mint. Right. Question for you, Jag. What is your biggest fear? Like, what is the most uncomfortable scenario that Jack Eagles could find himself in?
There's just a big fuck off spider in the room.
Really?
I'm not a fan of spiders, like, at all. I used to be like petrified of them. Since moving out, and obviously now I live alone, like when you see a big one, you kind of just got to deal with it. It's fight or flight. So you get this slipper and you just go at it. So I can kill them now, but once they're dead on the floor, it's then like picking it up and putting it in the bin. It's just like, what if it eats you? You know?
Yeah. Well, what if it's not dead? It's just playing with you.
Ah, yeah, right. Yeah, it's risky stuff. So yeah, spiders are pretty scary.
Yeah. Do you live in Brinsworth?
I do. Yeah, just tell everyone, mate.
Yeah. There's a spider in that area called the killer Brinny spider.
I reckon I'd have it, mate. Put me in a cage with it. He's getting beaten up. Like, charity event, maybe a spider in a cage match.
Just keep your eye out. Generally, it's attracted to pool tables and treadmills in people's garages. So just be careful, you know.
I'll be keeping an eye out, mate.
Josh, what's your biggest fear?
Failure.
Beer tap running dry.
Tren is my biggest fear. Whenever anyone mentions it, I just sweat. Oh God. Or the UK, the FBA. Oh God, I'm sweating. WNBF until I die. I'm scared of heights. I'm pretty scared of heights. When we went to Seattle, we went up the Space Needle thing, and as it was like spinning round, you can see through the floor, and it was not a fun time. What are you scared of, Tom?
Not much, to be honest with you, mate.
All right.
No. Probably, I don't know why, but the thought of drowning petrifies me.
I wouldn't say I'm keen on drowning, to be fair. Like, that's just a pretty simple fear, isn't it? That doesn't count.
Yeah, but like, just imagine being underwater, right? And you're like, well, like shit. Like, I have to eventually take that breath, and it's just going to be water. Like, and that moment is coming. Nah, get out of here.
That's awful. That's an awful thought.
Would you rather burn to death or drown?
Drown.
Yeah,
drown. I would rather drown.
Can't be that scared.
That's the trailer. That's the trailer for the video.
I would rather drown, but yeah, it's still horrible. It's still horrible.
I've seen things where it's like people that were drowning and then obviously got like resuscitated, whatever, and they said it was just quite peaceful.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
fun. I'll go
do you
try it
know?
out.
Have you read the book Shoe Dog?
I don't read books, mate. I'm not a nerd.
Oh,
If I'm
Jack,
going to read
you
a
need to
book,
get
it's
the
not gonna be
audio
called
book for Shoe Dog.
That's why I like audiobooks, mate.
Or picture book. Picture book. That's good. That's good.
Picture books, the ones where you can like feel things on them as well.
Yeah.
Sensory
Well,
overload, mate.
you might not want to feel what I'm going to tell you happens at the end, but I think Knight, is he called Phil Knight, the guy that started Nike?
Fuck knows.
Yeah, right. We're saying it is for the sake of arguing. His son was a deep sea, like he did deep sea diving for like just the fun of it, and he went like down and then just took his mask off and died.
Why do you do that?
No idea, but apparently you get such a like euphoric head rush and feeling that that's like what Phil Knight like thought about to get over his son dying. Like his last thought was a happy thought rather than this like, oh my god, I'm drowning. Just like this like euphoric feeling of like, oh my god, I'm drowning.
What you're saying is, anyone out there who's having a bit of a bad day, go and drown. It'll make it better.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you know what?
Pretty much.
I'm not scared of drowning anymore. Thank you, boys.
Yeah. There we go. I'm glad that we sorted that one out. Be scared of fire. Fire's scary.
I'm scared of not winning my pro card, mate. That's what I'm scared of.
Yeah, I would be too. You've got a pro card, mate.
Yeah,
Stop disrespecting the WUP.
Let's not go there, mate. I'm not.
Jack, who's your biggest bodybuilding inspiration?
Josh Croggan, WMBF Pro.
Bush.
No, it's not.
I
don't know. In terms of, I'd say business, obviously Chris, but I don't want to say physique because that's just a bit. Kevin Levrone.
Okay.
Just because I like the sad TikTok edits that are like really emotional because he never won. Just preparing myself for my future. Just endless second places.
Mate, be good for content.
It would,
all of them like, and I kept going. I didn't give up. I kept coming second.
Nah, mate, those like battles back in the day with like Kevin Levrone and is it Kevin Levrone? And like Flex Wheeler and stuff like that were like mad.
Yeah.
Absolutely mental.
Oh, like you and me one day on a pro stage, Tom. Not me and Jake. No chance.
I've envisioned this, mate. It's gonna happen one day.
It will happen.
I've got a question for Jack as well. From Jasper B Fit.
He loves it.
That's your client, isn't it? Josh?
No.
Is it not? Oh, okay, fair enough.
Jasper, if you want to be my client, you can be, mate, but go on, Tom, carry on.
When did you decide that you wanted to become a big cheat? And what was the goal at the time?
As said earlier at the start of the podcast, just grow my dick because I was insecure about how small it was. So my first competitive season, I was obviously natural when I was 17, did UK DFBA. So I was drug tested, so I actually was natural. And I did another one after that, was untested, but just did it naturally. Then off the back of that season, naively at the time, I hadn't appreciated, because Josh, you did the Sunday UK DFBA.
I did, yeah. I had like a novice on the Saturday, and then it was open on the Sunday.
Yeah, so I entered junior men's physique, which was only the Saturday, and I just thought it was just a Saturday show. I didn't realise there was a second part to it. And because I won the overall that day, I thought, at the time, I thought UK DFBA was the biggest natural federation. I don't know if it was at the time or not, but
I'd say it was.
Yeah, I was like, naively, I've just done my first show and I've won the biggest natural show there is in the UK. I'm 17, there's not really anywhere to go from here, unless you go down the assisted route. Obviously, by that point, I'd done a prep. I knew I could diet, like I had it in the locker to be able to diet and get in stage condition. knew I enjoyed it, knew I wanted to make a career from it. So then it was a bit of a no-brainer. I had the people around me to do it intelligently, and I did. So, yeah.
That's mad though, that. You just avoiding me, and then that's why you've gone in hand so that you could just keep avoiding me.
That was it, mate. I just saw you'd ended, and then I was just running, and still am.
Yeah. Keep running, boy.
Well,
that drug dealer's road to go and get your gear, huh?
Josh, you've actually taken that leap, though, haven't you, mate? So you're coming after him now.
How do you know that I've changed my creatine? Yeah, I'm actually not allowed to joke about it. That is in my contract. So, Tom, please confirm that you were in fact joking.
It's not in your contract.
It's in my contract.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Actually,
Instead of the IFBB, it's probably in my contract as well.
You can't joke to be natty. I can't joke to be on gear.
WMBF overlords. I was joking. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
There we go. I can sleep tonight. Oh dear. Oh dear. Cam Butcher has asked, what is Jack's sleep routine for a bodybuilder? Is it true that you sleep upside down like a bat?
No,
you live in a nest, Mr. Eagles.
Sleeps in a spider's nest.
I'd fucking have a panic attack, mate. My sleep, to be fair, like since prep this year, my sleep's just been awful. I've got my Oura ring that tells me it's awful.
Mate, you've got your blooming scuba diving kit.
I don't really use that at the minute, to be honest. So my sleep was awful. I was trying everything. I did keep my sleep routine pretty strict. I tried all the supplements. So Strom from Full Bore using Code Eagles. I then tried Trained by JP Dream Sleep from Full Bore using Code Eagles.
Josh, have you noticed his name as well in here?
Yes, I've noticed his name. Eagles at checkout.
Yeah, that's Eagles at checkout with a hard body and a Full Bore. If you get me anything for Christmas. Anyway,
get it in.
So yeah, tried all the sleep stuff. Was like some nights it was good, some nights it was bad. And then one of my clients needed a CPAP a while ago, so I'd made him get one on Facebook Marketplace. He finally got through the NHS to get prescribed one, so then he got prescribed one, so he got it for free. So then just sold me his old one, so I just bought one. Used it a bit, to be fair. Like, it does help. It's just quite weird getting used to. And I'll fall asleep with it on fine, and it'll be sound. My sleep will be really good whilst I've got it on, and then I'll wake up for like a piss at 2 a.m. and just rip it off and not bother putting it back on. So then my sleep just goes to shit.
That is crazy.
So so this is the shit that me and Josh will never have the pleasure of experiencing. But is it?
We could still experience it, but it'll be like when we're 70 plus.
Yeah, true.
Not 21.
So, are you experiencing any kind of? Do you think the poor sleep then is because of like a weight related thing?
Not really. I don't think I'd say I was in need of a CPAP as much as other people will be that are like bigger than me. But it was more a case of he was selling one. He did it quite cheap for me. So I was like, I'll need it eventually. Whether that's now or in 4 years, I'll need one. So I just got it and then just tried it. And I wasn't having that many sleep disruptions. Like I was tracking it, obviously. My snoring wasn't that bad. But it did improve it a little bit using it. So I just carry on using it. It's there, might as well. But no. And then in terms of my sleep routine, I put my blue light blockers on precisely 6:39 p.m. Dim all the lights in the house, and then in bed by 8:30 on the dot.
Yep.
I sleep at like 10:30, wake up at like 7. That's about it.
Do you keep sexual activities away from the sleeping window at least 4 hours?
What's that?
Oh, even better. Well done, Jack. Yes. Well done.
I'm waiting till marriage, mate.
Yes. Waiting for C-bum, I heard.
If only.
Amazing. We have been asked, is there any benefits to cold shower for bodybuilding or not? Have you ever done cold water submersion, Jack?
I have. I'm an avid fan. To be fair, I wouldn't say I have cold showers. I have like just not hot showers. So you literally just like dead neutral. So it's like lukewarm water. It's pretty cold, but it's not freezing.
That's smart. Mate, cost of living crisis. You're a genius.
You say that, mate. My water bill was still like 300 quid this month. I don't know how.
300 quid?
It doubled from October to November. And I don't quite know what I've done. I think
Do you know you're
Do you
doing,
live on your
lad?
own?
I live on my own. Yeah.
I think your
Holy
neighbours
shit.
are tapping into your water, mate, and they've got Highland Spring or something.
Yeah, no, I need to work out what that is, to be fair. But
Yeah, that's
anyway,
dreadful. That is dreadful.
forgot the question.
Tom, do you do any like cold water submersion?
Oh,
Is there any benefits to bodybuilding?
yeah, to be fair, in prep, I had a subscription to a yoga place in Sheffield. I won't shout them out because it was fucking extortionately expensive.
Oh,
And
does
I
it
just
begin
went
with an
there.
R?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, very expensive. R for rip-off.
It is, yes. But I went there to use the ice baths, like cold plunges, just because when I was doing so much cardio and training legs, my legs just would not recover. They were just like inflamed balloons all the time. And the only thing that would reduce the inflammation was doing an ice bath. Used to just do cold baths at my house when I was at my parents'. I do have a bath in this house, but it doesn't work for some reason. So I had to go to this yoga place to use their cold plungers. So yeah, it's great for reducing inflammation and therefore helping your recovery.
Yeah. Tom, have you ever done any kind of cold showers, ice baths, that kind of shiznick?
Not for like recovery's sake, but just for like getting up in the morning, waking you the hell up, feeling like you've done a slug of cocaine. Like, yeah, I've done like cold showers for that reason. But yeah, not for recovery. They say to keep it away from like your training window, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't do it like, because if you do it straight after training, when you got like a pump per se, you want that hypertrophy response because that's what's going to stimulate the hypertrophy. But leave it like 5 hours and then do it. You're fine.
So so that's what you were like. You're leaving like a good amount of time, and then
I train at like 11 in the morning, then I'd go to this place at like 7, 8 at night and do it. And then
Nice. Lovely. I made it part of my mission of prep to do a cold shower every day. And I did it all the way until like show day of my first show. And then once I'd broken that cycle, because I obviously couldn't have a shower because spray tan. And then I broke that cycle and I just found it impossible to get back into it after that. But I did one today. And I would say it just makes you feel fantastic for like that mental alertness and that like, you know, like the moments before you put it on freezing cold, you're like, come on then. And you whack it on freezing.
When it's warm and then just flip it to cold.
Mate, I'll get it on the hottest that I can get it so my skin's red, and then the coldest that I can get it. And it's freezing. And I'm in there going, counting down like from 20 or today I did 35 seconds. Yeah, I'm quite proud. Yeah, I'm cool.
Congrats.
I used to get out to the sea like most days, like in the morning, and then just get into the sea. Like, if you think the shower's cold, mate, wait until you get into some like open water is a different level. But again, I used to do that most days, but it's just when you break the habit, and I've broken that habit for about a year now, so I've just stopped doing it.
Tom, tomorrow morning, do you still live near the sea now?
Yes. No, I'm not doing it.
Come on, back yourself, boy. Get in that water.
Well, you come join me, mate. Yeah. I want to see.
I'm just going to go and swim down and then breathe. Jack told me to.
Fuck's sake, Jack! I got a question for you, mate.
Yes,
I got a question. So, what would you say is like your biggest takeaway from your last prep that you did? Like, what's your the biggest lesson that you learned about yourself?
It would be less is more. In the prep before last in 2022, 2022, it'd be like I just wanted it so much, right? That I just do way too much cardio, eat way too little food, and funnily enough, I ended up looking like shit. So Tom would be like, "Yeah, just do half hour cardio." I was there for like 2.5 hours in the morning, just going hypo for about an hour, just killing myself, thinking, more suffering, better conditioning, more success. No, it just makes you miserable when you look like shit. So this year, I just listened to my coach. Fun fact, guys, if you listen to your coach, you end up looking better. But yeah, don't do what you need. Don't do more. More's not better.
It's tricky though, isn't it? Because you've got to remember that the sport that we're doing is bodybuilding. It's not a dieting competition. It's not like who can eat the least and who can do the most. It's who can look the best on stage. And the two, sometimes correlate, but a lot of the time they don't. Like the people that do more end up looking shitter quicker than the people that take the time. Oh, sorry, Tom. I didn't mean to make that an indirect to you, bro. You look great.
No, mate. Like this is what I struggled with, like this past years, because like obviously, like I just wanted to fucking win, mate. So like in my mind, I was like, again, like Lewis would tell me to do something, and I'll do like a little bit extra. I'm like, oh, it's gonna pay off. Like it's gonna pay off long term, just doing that little bit extra. But then the thing that I also struggle with is like communication, in the sense of like, if I'm genuinely in the bin, like absolutely in the bin, I don't know whether like me stating that and like telling Lewis and like, talking about that is just me copping out. If you know what I'm trying to say. It's like, rather than actually like voicing to him when I'm actually fucked, I'll just crack on. But maybe like not actually like being able to like properly like, drop my ego in a sense and just like be honest, that like hurt the look long term. So like, would you say like obviously last season, then I'm guessing, and like regardless of how you felt, you would just push that completely to the side and just keep like hammering away at it as well. Would you say this prep you were a little bit more on it in regards to like your communication with your coach as well, like telling him when you was actually fucked and like backing off when you needed to, etc.?
Yeah, I think this also goes to show that the longer you're with your coach, the relationship builds, and it does make a big difference. Because the 2022, when I looked like shit, was my first year with Tom, my coach. And to be fair, I was absolutely killing myself. And there were times I was like, I think Tom would need to refeed or whatever, because it was a very long season as well. My first show was start of October. Last one was start of December. My best look was the start of October, and it just got worse and worse. And there were times I tell him, like, we need to start carbon up sooner. And he'd be like, nah, how will we fine? Just keep digging. So then, like, we both fucked up that season. And then off the back of that, we knew going into this season that I'm pretty self-aware when I need to refeed, when I need to just dig and stuff, and carried that through. And then this prep was like the easiest prep I've done out of all of them. It was 5 guys most weeks and pretty relaxed. So
yeah. Do you know, with that in mind then, with this year being so easy compared to the previous, do you feel like you got lucky at all this year because you've done less and you've achieved more?
No, not really. It's still like, you still feel as shit in the dieting's dieting. My food was just as low. There were days where I ate the same, like, you're on like 1,1400 calories at times. Like I was still peeled and felt awful for it. So I knew I was doing the work, and I knew that the look was there. So I was content. I think there was times that is after that. So I did my regional qualifier start of September. The pro qualifier was 2 weeks later. After the regional qualifier, the next 4 days we did it was like 5,000 calories a day. Just because I ran so flat into the first show to get under the weight cap that we then just had to bring life back into my physique. So we didn't want me to just fade away like I did last year. And when I was doing that, I was like, this is a piece of piss, that I was worried that I was just going to be fat at the pro qualifier. Because it gets in your head, like, you're eating all that food, you think, how am I not going to be fat? But you forget your body's just a furnace, you're burning it all. You're looking fuller and harder and better because of it. And again, that's why you have a coach, because I'd lose my head. I couldn't do that myself. So yes and no, not really. Obviously, there's times where you think this is too easy, I'm not going to look good. But then I also was very aware that last year I thought I'm going to look great, I'm working so hard, that it just doesn't reflect it.
Yeah. I feel like when I won my Natty Pro card, I would say that I absolutely killed myself and ended up looking like a frigging swimmer come the end of prep. And this time round, I've not done that. Like, I look so much better for it, but I think I might just be being critical recently, but just looking back and going, oh, I didn't work as hard as what I could have, but I didn't need to, because it's not do more, eat less. It's be a bodybuilder.
Bodybuilding, not body destruction.
I
think it's one that takes a few preps to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Jack said, working with a coach multiple times, going through prep, it pays off. Because like, it would have been very easy for you to fuck Mr. Evolution guy off last year because it didn't work out great, but it's skin in the game. It's time working together, and it does pay off.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like there were like once because you've been to that point as well where you have like fucking trashed yourself and like you've been in the bin and you've pushed it really, really hard. It's like it's like learning how to train to absolute failure. You know, you've now learned kind of where that gauge is, and you know where to sit in order to actually get the most out of it and bring your best. So that's for me, for like my season this past year as well. For like, although it's like, yeah, I could have done things better, but like now that I know where is like the danger zone, you know, where I'm like fucking myself up, that's where I want to kind of avoid or push towards that edge there. So yeah, there's value in it, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. Jack, what is your plans for the next 12 months, 24 months, 36 months? What's happening in Jack Eagles' life?
Get fat. No, I need to get a lot bigger. So I had 20 pounds ish of stage weight. 'Cause obviously, when you turn pro in classic, you get a pro classic weight cap, which is bigger. So I've got 20 pounds of stage tissue to put on, which is literally like pure muscle. Probably need to be leaner as well. So, you know, fat that in. Got a lot of size I need to put on. So it's just off season for probably the whole of 2024. And then show dates obviously haven't been announced 25 yet. So I have no idea what I want to do. But it's definitely just get bigger is pretty much it. So we'll see. I don't know what shows either. No idea.
Any eating challenges lined up?
I owe you one. I don't know what we're doing still. What are we doing?
Mate, I've got it lined up. We're going to go to this pizza place in Manchester. Tom, if you want to come, you can come.
I was literally about to say, can I come?
Right, are you ready? There's 3 garlic breads, and it's like different levels of spice. So the first one's like, don't know, some green chili shit. The second one is like Scotch bonnet, which is like meant to be quite spicy. And then the spiciest one is Carolina Reaper with the hottest, you know, them Takis crisps.
Yeah.
The hottest ones are them that you can get on top.
I'm like really bad with spice. Like you might put me in hospital here.
Are you, Josh? Are you good with spice?
I'm terrible, mate. Awful.
I'm fucking awful, mate. Awful. So this is going to be good.
I've got an excuse here as well, right? So I'm allergic to nuts. Okay. There's this thing where if you've got a nut allergy, you can be more susceptible to spice. I'm convinced it's me.
Have you made this up yourself?
No, yes. But I'm
I believed you. I was like, oh, yeah.
No, I think it actually is a thing because I used to like, you know, when you go to like Tesco's, you get like Southern fried chicken fillets.
Yeah.
You didn't find them spicy.
They fuck me up.
No.
I'm there sweating in them, so it's going to be...
That's going to be good then.
Black pepper's sending Jack Eagles off the chain.
I don't even have black pepper in the house, mate. I don't like it.
Really?
I just don't have it. Yeah, I don't use it.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, that's exciting, though. You know, we're all going to shit ourselves on YouTube.
Won't be the first time.
Second youngest IFBB Pro, WMBF Pro World Champ, and WUP Pro Tom Stockton. All going to shit ourselves together in unison. Amazing.
Great content.
When do you want to do that, Josh?
Back end of January, start of February would be perfect.
Cool. I'll get up for that.
I'm actually ill that day.
You're going to, on the way there, you're just going to get a handful of nuts and just
hospitalise myself before I get there.
And then jump in some deep water and just go and breathe. Oh dear. Oh, goodness gracious. Right, we're an hour in. Shall we wrap it up here, boys? Have you got any more questions?
I think we've inundated him enough with enough questions now. We've interrogated him enough.
Oh,
and you've done well, mate. You've done well.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm going to give you one last opportunity to plug yourself for our following.
Yeah, I hope you're ready for like the fucking influx of just social traction that you're about to get now. So, mate, so plug away, mate.
110k incoming.
It's. Are you both with Elite Subs?
Yeah, brother.
Oh, it's JC10. I don't know yours, Tom. I'm going to be honest, mate.
It's
Stockton
his
10.
surname and then 10.
I'm
that's-
not preaching it enough. Clearly, if
That's
you don't know it,
boring,
mate.
It's Eagles at Elite Subs. If everyone uses it enough, I might get like my own second code at Elite Subs. Full Ball Thoughts have everything Elite Subs have, but you can use my code instead of Tom's or Josh's, so you might as well.
Nice.
And then Hard Body as well, and that's about it.
That's pretty cool that he's sponsored by Hard Body.
Yeah, he's gonna probably like kick me off the team when I beat him though. So
He'll probably kick you off the team if you don't post enough and, you know.
yeah, they're actually fair good with that because I've definitely not hit what I should have in terms of markers, but I haven't had anything emailed to me.
Mate, just tomorrow morning you're going to wake up, boot it off the group chat, and then you can cry about it on Instagram.
Some people did that. I won't go into who it was, but I don't know if you saw.
We all know. know.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Good times.
Don't air that shit out on social media. Like,
let's wrap it up here. Jack Eagles, thank you very much for coming on. Our first IFBB Pro, second youngest IFBB Pro in the classic physique division. It's just been amazing.
It's been an absolute honour, a privilege. It's right up there with winning my pro card. He's coming on this podcast. Means the world. Honestly.
Yeah. Jack, and one thing you should know is like Jack just isn't sarcastic at all. He means that genuinely from the bottom of his heart.
There you go. I'll get a screenshot of this call and I'll frame it above the desk.
No, but honestly, mate, thank you very much for coming on. It's been a pleasure. For anyone that doesn't know as well, Jack, you might want to get some as well. Use discount code BSB15 at checkout for All In. You got some All In, haven't you?
I do. I got He sent Dan is a lovely bloke. He sent me some before the pro qualifier. Very good stuff. Love it. I don't wear it to the gym because it's too nice.
Yeah, I've seen you out in it.
Yeah, I wore it to Meadow Hall, mate. It's great.
Yeah.
The only issue is it's a bit tight around the neckline now. It's like Cole Buxton. It doesn't fit around the neck.
I don't have this problem, clearly.
You need to get bigger, mate, yeah.
It needs to get a bigger neck. Neckzilla vibes, 2025. Right.
Anyway.
Tom, take it away.
Peace out. Love you bits. Jack, thank you very much. Catch you soon, mate. Josh, catch you soon. Everyone, thank you for listening. Bye-bye.